This segment is powered by Swiftback, proud logistics partner of Toast and Brunch, happening this weekend at Coconut Grove on Sunday, the 15th of March. If you haven't secured your tickets yet, you still have time. And if you're not yet secured your outfit, remember, you can send it fast with Swiftback. Get ready for good vibes, good food, and good company. Follow us on socials, Facebook and Instagram, or call us on 456-5400. Visit us at www.swiftback.com.
Swiftback.
Man.
Yeah, let me go.
I don't hear nothing. Can you just look over and make sure we're on, please?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know what I'm doing?
Precisely.
You know what that's get me vexed? I'm gonna tell you what's get me vexed.
You.
The traffic. I just get me vexed, yeah.
But you see, you don't want to talk about leaving your vehicle in a good place that you could catch a reliable public transport
we don't have
straight
that. So
into town.
Yeah, but we don't have that. So in the meantime, I had to roll with the punches. But you know what? Listen to me. I listening Luke Brown coming on the road.
Oh boy.
Right? I listening to him coming on the road.
Oh boy.
And all I am hearing in his, I don't care what nobody tell me. He skewed around every single thing I ask him. And what did they do? They use the law as a backdrop. Everything is according to the law. But this was the law. He skewed around every single thing. I kicking myself in my car.
I don't feel so. I think that's a bit unfair.
Okay, what do you feel?
I thought he said some things that maybe.
I think look, if you're in a political party, for 95% of the time, 97% of the time, 98% of the time, whatever it is, you have to be that team player. Right? And you have to just fall in line. Right?
So he fall in line.
He falling in line. I think he did show a little maybe break with what the former PM would like when he said that
transition.
They need to enter a transition period, right? Which is basically transitioning from
adios amigo.
Yeah. But
think he's gonna get a slap for that? A little slap on the wrist?
He might. But my thing is, at some point, though, the party itself have to say, thank you. You've made a valuable contribution, but now we need to go in a different direction. I think I don't know whether any of them are brave enough yet to do that, but they'll have to.
I think another interesting part of it, where I think maybe he fell, or maybe his opinion on it fell a little bit for me, was as it relates to economic growth, and the statistics of economic growth, and the second fastest growing economy in Eastern Caribbean or whatever it was. It doesn't matter to me if I don't feel it. And I think maybe that was part of their problem. They didn't realize that a lot of people were not feeling it.
That's why I asked him if he honestly believed what he said. He don't.
No, but they might be going on it based on how they feel and how the numbers tell them, right? Which is whatever. But the reality is, maybe in power so long, you can't actually relate to what the regular man feels. You just don't know. Your struggle and my struggle is two completely different struggles. So when you tell me that, boy, basically, there are more jobs. Yeah, but how much these jobs paying? What's my actual quality of life, which is something Luke keeps bringing up. What are people's quality of life? Not just surviving, but like more than that. People don't want to just survive. I want to live.
And what his response to that was what?
He was.
Well, they're going off the straight. Like if you do a quick search online, he's correct. 23, 24 fastest growing or second fastest growing economy in the Caribbean. I think the first is Guyana.
Right.
But coming off the base that we were at, it's not difficult, though.
We're at zero.
You spend money on an airport to build an airport, massive on a port, right? And sandals, right? It skewers it, right? How many of us benefited during the construction of the airport? Obviously, some did, but probably not that many. How many people benefited during the construction of the port? Again, some did. But most of that money wasn't spent on labor, right? And then you got sandals, which is a complicated one, right?
Right.
So you could have these effects which will skewer your
The
economy.
stats,
It's like a blip,
Right.
right?
You have these big capital projects, so of course money's moving.
Money's moving, money's spent, right? And that's going to go into your official GDP figures.
Right.
But when you actually check it, and as Jagger said, when you start checking it on actually salaries, which is like real world,
Yeah. How the rest of us live.
right?
You know,
which isn't subject to, you know what I mean? Our salaries are low. Hence why people join the British Army. British Army don't pay.
cruise
Compared
ships.
to us, they do.
Yeah, cruise ships. Yeah,
Cruise
it's not-
ships.
It ain't a lot
To
picking fruits.
picking fruits in Canada and places, right?
When
By-
the scale of the one
by-
having nothing.
By
No,
Canadian
it's
by
something.
Canadian scales, it's nothing,
Right.
right? Because we're coming from such a low base, it's something, right?
Right.
And you cannot ignore that fact that we have we have migration going on. People are leaving, and then you got all those other interesting kind of stats, things like people stop having children. Well, that's surely a reflection of the economy, or partly a reflection of it. May be a reflection of the healthcare, but some of it is a reflection of the economy. People don't want to burden themselves
That expense.
with a new expense, a significant one at that, right? So I do think, and I do think that's part of the ULP's problem over the years is they haven't empathized significantly. And then when you look at things like a report is done every 10 years on poverty, right? 1998, it shows one thing. 2008, it shows something which, in their view, was favorable to them. 2018, all of a sudden, there's a problem with it, even though all the indications are that poverty had gone up. Right? You can't just bury a report and say, "Well, we don't know." You knew, and that's why you buried it. That would be the logical explanation as to why it was buried. They could have completed it. They could have redone it. They could, you know what I mean? They could have, but they didn't. They said that there were some cross tabs, meaning that they had to cross-reference things to see whether that is right. And then in the end,
Scrapped it.
they scrapped it, which is
A little suspicious.
very suspicious. You know what I mean? Chris, somebody gave you $1,000 for me, and you come back and say, "Oh, the dog ate it."
Yeah. Oh, my child was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He used it for toilet
Yeah.
paper.
You know what I mean? Like,
Familiar
like,
line, you know?
like that is suspicious,
It's like a line.
right?
I hear
That
line
is like a
every
red flag to most of us, and
Yeah.
say, "Your dog ate $1,000."
Your child wipe your bum with an envelope
Right.
of money.
So, you know, but as Jagger said, man, maybe that's where some of the problem is with the ULP, is that they've got so enamored with these big construction projects, and I'm missing. If our economy is so good, why is it taking us more than 5 years, 6 years now, to rebuild the school? The economy isn't good. Police stations being in disrepair.
And this is what I'm saying. And
Roads crappy.
Right. And this is what
Schools
I'm
crappy.
saying.
Hospital crappy.
He don't believe what he's saying. He's
No,
just
he might.
saying that
He might.
He might
might.
believe it because they live a different.
every morning, the school's still crappy.
His constituents know it.
The police station's still crappy. The road's still crappy. You know
Yeah,
it. These are
but
things that you
if
see.
if I'm able, some of us block it out.
No, you could rationalize, right? Okay, the pothole is there, but we have a. You could rationalize it. The pothole's there, but we have a new port. You could rationalize these things, right? But the constituents don't rationalize it like that. Though. They're saying,
Boy,
I ain't seeing it.
still have to drop my kid out to the tarmac.
Yeah,
What happened to being a tongue school?
right.
And I hear
Well,
you, man.
I applaud him for coming on and
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
and it's also interesting to hear how they see it.
Yeah, gumption, I could give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, rare gumption.
Yeah, personality.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. Man.
Yeah, cool.
Something else. You know.
Like Chris, we still want to know what your deep seated beef is.
We asked him if he
I think he's quite likable.
we asked him if he knows. He said, I don't think Chris doesn't like me. He doesn't think he didn't think it was serious.
You really think
He
so?
didn't think it was serious.
So, they should have pinched him and wake him up. He was dreaming.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you why.
Yeah, no clue. But
One of these days,
you're
Chris will
not
tell
you're not his favorite person. No. He is not your favorite
Yeah,
person.
that's so true. That is so true.
But you didn't think it was real.
I like also right. I think this is an admirable trait. You could lose 4 times, and you could rationalize it.
Yeah.
You know, I respect that, man. Politicians need thick skins.
Gumption, man.
Yeah, gumption.
Gumption.
Gumption. But listen, you see the ballerina dance, he good. He twinkle toes wrong everything.
Part of the sport, huh?
I mean, ballerina twinkle toes.
That's the party line, huh?
And listen, that tells me you're afraid, Ralph.
I thought it's interesting, and I don't know whether I believed him on that one when he said he doesn't see the fear
And what?
Yeah.
in
That-
society.
in society,
that
people
fear.
feared them.
Yeah, he mustn't see it. Why you think? 12 years a slave, you ain't saying the fear
No,
becomes normal.
I think he knows it.
He knows it.
Yeah.
But it becomes, he knows it. He ain't see it.
I think that fear translates not just to general society. I think within the party.
I also think because of the way he speaks, I'm not sure he believes that if the leadership didn't change, it would have been the same. It would have been the same.
Yeah, maybe.
When I look into his eyes, I look at this, I'm like, nah,
You have doubts about that.
yeah. I think he believes that maybe they should have transitioned.
Would it have changed it?
Maybe they still have lost, but I think that feeling about the referendum on Ralph might not have been the same. But if they had lost, Ralph would probably say, well, if I was still leader.
At some point, right? If there is no indication, whenever they have their next conference, that the former PM is going to step down from the leadership role. Does the party have the gumption to kick him out? Because if I were ULP, if I was in his shoes, part of my argument would be, this is to the public, that we've got rid of the problem. We know you loved him. We know you. He served us for 25 years as leader of this country, but he had lost touch with the people.
I don't have to say that.
You do, though, because you have to separate yourself from it.
No, he just said I don't have to say that I don't have to insult him.
Why? That's not insulting.
To say that he lost touch with the people, that's insulting as a politician.
Isn't that factual?
Yeah,
The people felt that he lost touch.
I remember, right? The members of the ULP, as in their card carrying or supporters, probably not gonna want to hear you talk like that about who they would still see as historically the most astute leader.
Yeah, but at some point you have to separate yourself from it. Huh? You don't go down. Look, the rule on these things: you don't go down with a sinking ship. They're not. If they want a political career in any near time, they can't go down with a sinking ship. Huh? Unless they think he's not a sinking ship.
Well,
but the way Luke Brown spoke, he talked about transition.
Right?
I heard him say something that he said that they had confidence or they had all faith that they would have won. Luke know that ain't true. He know they wasn't going to win that.
I don't know about that.
They wasn't going to win.
Listen, Chris, on the night before the election, or 2 nights before the election, they spent over 150,000 US plus a private jet to bring in Poppy.
Right, but they still.
They thought it was close enough.
If I know I'm losing,
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
They thought it was close enough.
They did that because they thought that would have rallied the troops.
At 3:30, I took 2 planes, two helicopters
right.
up to North Leeward.
Right.
The election was done by the time they got up there. It was
Yeah.
4 o'clock. They only had another hour.
They thought
of
it was
voting.
close.
They thought it was close. They thought that his presence would push him over the line. So clearly they thought they were going to win.
When they did the final rally, and
They
let
should have known.
me
They
guess,
should have
you
known.
should have known. Let me get
Yeah.
a school picnic. When they did the final rally, certain people went in a vehicle and ball when they realized the outcome.
Is that factual?
That is factual. The ball.
What's our evidence of that?
I got it from another source.
You me tell you where I get
How
it from?
reliable is the source?
I get it from a driver.
Yeah, he got it from
The
one
ball,
Yeah.
like a baby.
What do you mean
Ball.
Explain what you mean ball.
Oh, God damn you right now. Lift me
I
up.
am quoting
The
here,
ball.
I'm paraphrasing, like a cow.
Ball. Ball.
As in ball as in boy. Them damn
No.
people, where are they?
No, ball.
Boy,
Ball.
Candyman, you screwed this one up. Where
No.
are all the people?
No,
You tell
no,
me
no.
Poppy was popular.
Ball.
Cow. That's it.
As in
Like a-
tears.
Yes, like a cow. You ever hear cow ball? Come out its head. Long tails.
Ball.
I can't
Like when they're
imagine.
going
it.
I can't
castrated.
imagine
I
that.
can't imagine.
Ball.
it. I can't.
Actual tears, Chris.
Ball. 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 BAWL.
So I'm not doubting Chris.
What are you balling for?
We're balling for exactly. We're balling for. So they knew the end was inevitable. You knew it.
I still spent that money.
And
the next
yes, because you think it is still dealing with stupid people. And when you do these things, you go catch them. I want the thing to catch you, but it ain't work.
Well, then they thought there was some semblance of hope.
No. You
Yeah, man.
know, brother, Luke just
If
said
they,
it.
if they said that they could put on that parade of bravado on the election day, and they thought that maybe, look, man, Carlos James didn't get tumbled down to the ground from a policeman because he knew he was going to lose.
He ain't get tumbled along, he threw himself.
Well, whatever. You know,
Nobody touch him.
he thought he was close enough.
No, he had not know he was going to lose. That's why he do all them kind of bravado. They sit on yourself and this and that. You know, brother, when the end is near, you see it. They saw it, they knew it.
So why do they keep spending them?
Because they're hoping that people still stupid. And when you bring all these niceties, I go catch you.
Yeah, but if I think the people are stupid
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to catch them,
There's hope.
why am I balling?
Well, because you didn't expect this to happen.
It was like a reaction.
It's a
to what
reaction.
just
Yes,
happened.
yes, yes.
So I saw somebody message me and all they wanted to know is who's next.
Well, good question. Who would you like?
Who would you like to see next? Sabi?
Yeah, Sabi.
I want to see Camilo next.
Who?
Camilo.
I don't think we'll see that.
I think so.
I'll invite him.
That
Yeah.
and Santa Claus in a limousine.
I don't think we're going to see
Camilo
that.
should
Camilo.
come. That'd be an interesting
I think
conversation.
Camilo would be
Listen,
interesting.
Listen. The Yugi thing has never been.
I want to ask him that.
Has never been discussed. All right?
You think you want to come and talk about that now?
So this is the problem with burying something, right?
The dogs still go and smell it out.
Yeah, they'll still dig it up. They'll still dig it up. And you can't run from that.
You dirty dogs.
Right? So, I mean, this is why I think his initial advice was poor. He should have just addressed it
Squash
at the
it.
time.
Personal
it was
thing.
negative either way. So you might as well just get it out the way, address it so there's no more questions. You know what I mean?
Personal issue.
But he can't come and say that he addressed it anywhere because
He didn't.
and you know because it was never done.
It
So
didn't.
I'll be surprised at that
Alright.
one.
So next best person, Sabi.
Sabi, I think.
What? We going to learn the fry planted?
Sure.
Why not? And gym work.
I don't mind if you bring something for us to eat.
I ain't eating that.
Why do you like that?
I ain't eating
I like
What's
the,
your problem with Sabi?
I ain't. No, I'm not.
I like it when he gave I think he gave the former PM English potatoes.
Yeah.
And the former PM ate them potatoes like it was the best meal he ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he'll bring us those potatoes because there's obviously some secret ingredients in them.
I ain't want no potato from there. I ain't want no potato.
You don't know potato from Sabi?
No. No.
Why are you so suspicious of politicians?
But I don't trust them as far as I could throw them.
They're like us. You just can't trust them.
I No,
They're like everyday people, except
Them ain't everyday people.
except less
No,
trustworthy.
them ain't everyday people at all. Them ain't everyday people.
Would you eat a potato from Dr. Friday?
No,
No.
Nah.
No politics.
no politics. I don't want no food from you.
Lavi, I'll eat from you.
You go eat.
Big up
from me.
Lavi.
I'm not sure you're allowed to say.
Laverne Gibson Velox.
Yeah, but would you eat from Laverne
Miss Velox?
Velox now?
Now she like mommy. But once I like mommy, like
So you're
mommy.
biased.
She's like mommy.
Yeah, biased.
No, she's like mommy. Mom,
Yeah.
I know you ate from her before she was a politician.
Yes, she's like mommy. She's
I
like
can
mommy.
imagine Fitz cooking a good soup.
Bramble?
Yeah, he's a lima.
Yeah,
He's not a lima. Yeah, he's a lima.
I can see
Jiggy boss.
I can see Fitz having a good soup cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I can see somebody rustling up something for you.
Yeah.
Cooking with fruity. Cooking with fruity. I can see that.
else? I would eat from the former PM.
What?
I think he has time now to
Yeah.
perfect his dishes. Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, Chris? No?
No.
Nah,
No.
man, if he invited you around, man.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm gonna walk with my sleeve of cricks.
You'd be like the guy who must take you to take your own grill.
I walk with me on. Yeah, I walk with me on grill. That eat from the
Come on.
Brother, no.
I don't see politicians in that light.
For you.
When it comes to money and policy and thing, I don't trust them. But
I will say
food and nice time, man. They're okay there.
people had some questions that they would have liked for us to ask, and my question to
Give
them
me an
is:
example of a question that was inappropriate.
there's one person was asking about stealing money, like a direct question about stealing money and bribery and
So
whatnot.
if say he did,
You come and say?
say he was like, oh yeah,
Yeah. I stole a lot.
my whole time there.
Yeah, just
Steal.
stole. I was in that jar. Those
Between me and
cookies,
you, boy, my
you know.
bank account is fat.
Yeah.
those cookies were so like good.
Nobody else listening, right?
Yeah.
Between me and you,
Hey.
boy. Listen. I've been in law practice now for about 6 months, and I ain't made nothing.
And I'm like,
When I was in government, boy, that money was sure thing.
I'm like, what do you really want me to do with that question?
Yeah, people ask some stupid questions. though.
Like, come on, let's be realistic.
Oh, well.
Oh yes, I was a regular thief.
Oh. hey.
Listen. Paper, pens, computers, you name it.
I
Money.
have it. You want to see my stash?
Madness.
I have a stash. You want to see it? I came to the compliments.
Let me tell you what's going on at Swiftback, Chris.
Yep.
Before you come out, today's Vibes is powered by Swiftback, the official logistics partner of Toast and Brunch, going down this weekend at Coconut Grove on March the 15th. Brunch vibes loading. Swiftback, send it fast. Follow us on socials, Facebook and Instagram. Or give us a call at 456-5400. Ask for Brenda. Visit us at www.swiftback.com.
Big up, Brenda.
Alrighty.
Also, I want to say big ups to Kate. I think his name is Kiwani Ordain. Your grandmother saw her downstairs. So she wants to wish you a happy birthday. So big up to you.
Big up.
Hope you have a good one.
Happy birthday, Kershaw.
Kershaw?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Big up King Kershaw. We'll be back this afternoon at 3 for the
Yeah.
cake.
Oh, we having kicks.
Must have a cake.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're having the full thing: drinks, food,
Yeah.
Nice.
cake.
So we up in there. So we walking evening.
Celebrate with